السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على So we're gonna resume with العربية بين يديك. Okay. I think we have the last conversation of this unit to complete. الحوار الثالث. Correct? So here we have between المدرسة والشريفة. المدرسة, the teacher, and شريفة. المدرسة أي جمعية تختارين يا شريفة. So we continue. The title of this unit is Al-Hiwayat, hobbies. So this is something that is kind of related to hobbies, is things that a person enjoy doing. Now a jam'iyya is like a club, a jam'iyya. أي جمعية, أي means which, جمعية means club, تختارين means you choose. تختار for male, you choose, and تختارين for female. So the teacher is speaking to Sharifa. So which جمعية you choose? Which جمعية do you choose, O Sharifa? I think, is there another name for club? You know, like in schools, you have after school programs. So for example, you may have a cooking, home economics club where you learn to cook, martial arts club. You choose which one. That is what you call it, club. أختار جمعية الصحافة. أختار جمعية الصحافة. I choose the club of الصحافة. Right? And الصحافة is journalism. أي جمعية تختارين يا شادية. أي جمعية تختارين يا شادية. Which club do you choose, O شادية? Which club do you choose, O شادية? شادية, she says, أختار جمعية الثقافة الإسلامية. أختار جمعية الثقافة الإسلامية. I choose the club of Islamic studies or Islamic information, studying Islam. The word ثقافة refers to like general studies. It is translated as in this context, it's normally translated as Islamic studies, right? Like the subject Islamic studies, they use al-thaqafa al-Islamiyya or they use al-durus al-Islamiyya, right? Both they use for Islamic studies, Islamic lessons, classes. المدرسة أي جمعية تختارين يا شيماء? Which جمعية, which club do you choose, O شيماء? Now this which, there's different, this word أي, there's various meaning for it in Arabic. Right? This one is the one of questioning, used for catch. Which club, which what you call it? Which person, which house, which masjid. And the vowel that's on it, depending on the meaning of the sentence. So here, the meaning of all these sentences, the meaning of the I here, which club you choose. So if you answer the question, I choose such and such. So the thing that you're choosing is what? Maf'ulun bih, right? The object. So that's why there's a fatha. أختار جمعية الثقافة. Now, like if you were to say which man came, you're going to say أي رجل جاء. Right? أي رجل. We're going to, all of these things, inshallah, as said, we're going to get into the more details, but as we cover them through the passage for us. أختار جمعية الحاسوب. أختار جمعية الحاسوب. I choose the club of Al-Hasub. That refers to IT. Computer related, computer science, information technology. That's what is referred to Al-Hasub. Now if you say Al-Hasub by itself, Uridu Hasuban, is going to mean I want a computer. Right? But it also is used to refer to the science of the field, or the studies related to that field. أي جمعية تختارين يا شقراء. Here you get a lot of names here, right? Some strange names. Those who are looking for names for daughters, you can go to Arabiya Bayna Yadayk, page 261. And you have some, if you don't want the regular names, you have a lot of options here. Right? Sharifa, Shadia, Shayma, and you get a correct spelling. Shaqra, Ya Shams, Ya Qamar. أختار جمعية العلوم. أختار جمعية العلوم. I choose the club of science club, right? The science club. Al-ulum. Now the word ulum generally means by itself information. One of the meaning, right? Ulum from ilm, knowledge. But in the context of school, it's referred to science, right? In the context of school and college and so it's referred to science. أي جمعية تختارين يا شمس? Which club do you choose, O Shams? أختار جمعية اللغة العربية. I choose the Arabic language club. أي جمعية تختارين يا سميرة؟ أختار جمعية التدبير المنزلي. I choose the club of home economics. Right, and as we said, التدبير المنزلي refers to cooking, preparing food, the actual cooking, preparation, presentation of food, all of that, cleaning the house, and all of that, it refers to all of those things. And these are the خط الركعة. So here we have the image of the خط الركعة. I didn't realize we were talking about the خط, right? خط النسخ. النسخ, right? It's the regular khat, font that is used as a default for official stuff, for learning and teaching and documentation, government and official stuff, khat and naskh. You're writing a letter to the government, so you have to use khat and naskh. That's the official writing. And khat al-ruk'a, this is the most famous script that people use. Like in English you have the cursive writing and like you use with your friends and so on. There is the khat al-ruk'a. You see here, what is saying here? Let's see if you can expand it. La yu'minu. Look at the noon. You see how the noon is written? Ahadukum hatta yakuna hawahu taba'an. You see the ta is just a stroke. The ba is a dot. The ya is just a stroke. It's not two dots. It's a fast writing, right? There's no time to raise your pen and put it down in one stroke. Right? Taba'an lima ji'tu bihi. Lima ji'tu bihi. Al-murasala, right? That is writing letters to each other. Al-lughat al-arabiyya, riyada is sports or exercise. Excuse me. Al-rihalat, trips, kutub islamiyya, Islamic books, kutub ilmiyya, science books. Quratul qadam, football, jam'iyyatul ulum, suhuf, majallat. Suhuf, newspapers, majallat is magazines. Right, this is how they use it right now. But when in classical text, suhuf is like scrolls. Now the difference between suhuf generally and kutub and books, suhuf and books, is that books are binded, right? Suhuf are not binded. Janah. We said a janah is a wing. So here is janah al-hasub. Right? Janah al-hasub. In this context, what is meant by wing is a boot or a stall. Jam'u al-tawabi'. Tawabi is stamps. Jam'iyyat al-sahafa, journalism, ayat, ahadith, safar. Takhtar. Takhtar means what? Akhtar, I choose. Takhtar means, but in this picture, takhtar means, any of the sisters? What's takhtar in this image? What's the meaning of takhtar? Takhtar means she chooses, right? The image. You choose. You choose, takhtar meaning you choose, you masculine, right? If it's you feminine, it will be takhtarina. Well, here you have the picture of a woman, so it can be you choose because it's a picture of a woman. So for example, tajlis can mean she sits or you sit, right? Taqulu, she says or you say. The same word for the two. For the third person feminine, second person masculine singular. Third person feminine singular or the second person masculine singular. Same word. Same conjugation for the verb. Okay. And as I mentioned, these here, you go through them. We're going to go through the what do you call it? The questions, the instructions. صل بين المفرد والجمع. Join, connect between بين المفرد والجمع, between the singular and the plural. بين المفرد والجمع. Is the screen coming on enough? صل بين المفرد والجمع. That's clear. ضع علامة خطأ. Right, this X. The علامة, the sign علامة ضع, put the علامة, the sign of خطأ. They call it علامة خطأ, sign of خطأ. We say the X or the wrong, the sign for incorrect. على الكلمة الغريبة في كل مجموعة. على الكلمة الغريبة, on the strange word, في, in كل مجموعة, in every مجموعة, in every set. Right, the مجموعة, in every set. So here, number one, this here is one set. So, this here straight across is one set. Number two, this straight across here is a second set. Number three, straight across is a third set. So for example, كرة القدم, السباحة, الفاكهة, الفروسية. Right? أي واحدة الكلمة الغريبة. Which of these is the strange word? الفاكهة. Right there, the fruit. All of these are هوايات. بيت, كتاب, مجلة, صحيفة. It's going to be the bite. So you go through all of these. العرض, انظر واستمع وأعد. These here you repeat, go through them and repeat. صل بين الصورة والصفة المناسبة. صل بين الصورة, join, connect, merge. بين الصورة, between the surah, the image, والصفة, and the description, المناسبة, suitable, between the image and the suitable description. So here, for example, we have a tuffah, right, an apple. Well, one apple, an apple slice. We have here, this seems to be a collection of apple. So for example, this is going to be, now you have to go through all of them, go through all of the description, and then you give the suitable one. So for example, you have the word har. Har means what? Hot. So which one is hot? Barid means cool. Which one is cool? So you merge it. Rakhis is cheap. Ghalin is expensive. تبادل السؤال والجواب مع زميلك كما في المثال. Interchange the question and answer with your colleague, your classmate, as is in the example. And all of these, as I said, you go through them, read them loud to yourself to aid in practice and repeating the word. So you have mujahid and qira'ah. Ma hiwayatuka. Ya mujahid, hiwayati al-qira'ah. Right? Simple. Now you have to note, like for example here, you're not going to say ma hiwayatuka ya Zainab. What are you going to say? Ma hiwayatuki. Right? And you go through them verbally. Okay, let's go through this one. تبادل السؤال والجواب مع زميلك كما في المثال. Interchange the question and answer with your classmate as is in the example. So you have يزور معرض الهوايات. يزور معرض الهوايات. يزور معرض الهوايات. يزور means he visits. معرض is the exposition or the expo. Al-Hiwayat is hobbies. He is visiting the exposition of hobbies. So the question is, هل زرت معرض الهوايات? Did you visit the expo of الهوايات? لا ما زرته. No, I haven't visited it, or I did not visit it. Right? ما زرته. So what you're doing here, you have a present tense sentence, you're turning it into a past tense question with a past tense answer of negation. Right? You have a present tense sentence, you turn it into a past tense question with a past tense negative answer. So here you have يشرب الشاي. يشرب الشاي means he is drinking the tea, right? He is drinking the tea, or he is drinking tea. It can mean both. If you think about the reality, it doesn't really matter. In this context, he's drinking tea, he's drinking the tea, both can work. So now, the question gonna be what? هل there's a next thing, right? You got note. So it's past tense in both, but past tense, which person? First person, second person, or third person? Second person. Right? You're not asking, did he visit? Or did she visit? Did you visit? So here you have to ask, did you drink the tea? Did you drink the tea? هل was he drunk? The sisters, those online, was he drunk? He drank.
It's sharabta, right?
Shariba. Shariba, he drank. So you drank gonna be sharibta. Right? So hal sharibta shai, did you drink the tea? So the answer is gonna be la ma sharibtuhu. La ma sharibtuhu. Right? I didn't drink it. Ya'kulu tamra means he is eating the date. So the question got to be, what's he ate? If ya'kulu, he eats, he ate is akala. You ate gonna be akalta. Right? Akalta. So hal akalta tamra, did you eat the date? La ma akaltuhu. No, I haven't ate it, or I did not eat it. Right? Yasma'ul adhan, he is hearing the adhan. Now he heard the adhan, sami'a. Now you heard, hal sami'ta al-adhan? La ma sami'tuhu. Right? I haven't heard it. Excuse me. Yaqra'ul kitab, he is reading the book. Did you read he read the book? Qara al-kitab, did you read the book? Hal qara'ta al-kitab? Yaknusul bayt, he is vacuuming the home. he vacuumed the home, cleaned the home, right? Vacuum is more, when you say yaknus, is more specific to cleaning with a tool of cleaning. Kanasa, right? Kanasa al-bayt. Did you? Hal kanasta al-bayt? La ma kanastuhu. يغسل القميص. He is washing the shirt. هل غسلت القميص? Did you wash the shirt? لا ما غسلته. Now this exercise, since everyone write it for homework. You have to write 4 things with the meaning. So you're writing what's here. يزور معرض الهوايات. He is visiting the exposition of hobbies. Then you write the past tense of this. زار معرض الهوايات. He visited the exposition of hobbies. And then you write the second person in the question form. هل زرت? And then did you visit? ما زرته. I did not visited it. So 4 Arabic and translate everything, right? It's not a lot. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Again, you're writing the present tense with the meaning, past tense with the meaning the past tense of the sentence that is here, and then the question with the second person form, and the negation, the answer in the second person form. All the Arabic and the English. تبادل السؤال والجواب مع زميلك. Interchange the question and answer with your companion. هذا, so we have جمع الطوابع and طابع هندي. طابع هندي. جمع الطوابع and طابع هندي. So the question going to be, the first statement, هذا جناح جمع الطوابع. So for example, here we're going to say هذا جناح الخط. And then the second, هذا طابع هندي. So you're going to be هذا خط عربي. Right? هذا خط عربي. This one is simple. Make sure you go through them verbally. حول كما في المثال. حول كما في المثال. حول means change, right? Change or transfer. So here in the question we have the first, you have جمعية and you have تختار. So أي جمعية تختار? Which جمعية, which club you choose. أي جمعية تختارين? Which club you choose. What's the difference between the two? Masculine, feminine, right? Both you choose, we speaking to a male, you choose, speaking to a female. So here we have فاكهة and تأكل. So you're going to say what? أي فاكهة تأكل. وأي فاكهة تأكلين. Which fruit do you eat? Which fruit do you eat? أي كتاب تقرأ. أي كتاب تقرأين تقرأين. أي صلاة تصلي أي صلاة تصلين. Right, then go through it. You're going through it loud. Mawad, what's mawad?
Does that mean brand?
Mawad in this means subjects. Tadrus, right? Mawad means subjects. Now what's subject? Singular form is maddatun. Maddatun. So here, you have to use a singular. You're not going to say ayya mawad. Ayya maddatin. Ayya maddatin tadrusu. Which subject are you studying? And then for the feminine, ayya maddatin tadrusin. Which subject are you studying? To read is you want. Feminine form gonna be turidin. Ayya qalamin turidu. Which pen do you want? Ayya qalamin turidin. Sahifa. Ayya sahifatin tatlubu. What's tatlubu? Are you requesting? Right? Are you seeking? Are you requesting? Are you meaning you want? Right? Which subject do you want? Which sahifa? Which newspaper are you requesting or seeking? You translate these. Understand the word tatlub means you requesting, seeking something. You're after something, right? But when it comes to like translation, if you got to translate for somebody, not talking about a sheikh, your friend or something, translate appropriate to the usage of the people, right? Which newspaper, even if you say which newspaper you want, translation gonna be correct. But for, what you call it? For the purpose of the language and understanding language, that's why we normally be very literal. Sahifa, so ayya sahifatin tatlubu, and female tatlu, ayya sahifatin tatlubina. Note the I remains I, right? Remains I. It doesn't change based on the masculine and feminine in this context here. Hmm? Okay. Yeah, we deal with the تبادل السؤال والجواب مع زميلك. Interchange the question and answer with your زميل. كم ساعة تقرأ في اليوم? How many hours do you read in a day? أقرأ 3 ساعات تقريبا. I read 3 hours approximately. I read 3 hours approximately. This, so here you have يقرأ 3 ساعات. كم ساعة يقرأ. Now here we have some vowels, some vocabularies. This is homework, the second part of it. You don't have to repeat this question. So, أقرأ 3 ساعات means I read 3 hours. So here you're converting what? The يقرأ to the present tense. أقرأ. Right? Present tense, first person. Present tense, first person. And all is masculine here, meaning it doesn't affect the first person, but it affects the second person, the gender. But we're going to skip the question, just the answer. Right? Just the answer. Write the answer for each one of these here with the meaning. That is the Tadrib lesson 5. Lesson 5 for, exercise 5 for lesson 69. Exercise 5 for lesson 69. And the rest, you go through these here. هل لديك مكتبة verbally. Then they go to the straight to the faqra, to the passages. These passage here, all of these, go through them, especially if these words are new to you or you're not fluent with them, go through all of it verbally. And it's going to help you to repeat over and over. And because of the nature of the class, we're not able to go through all of it in the class. But if you were to go through every lesson, right, take your time and go through every lesson, you have to go through it verbally loud. By the time you finish the lesson, you're at least going to be familiarized with the words because the words are repeating itself. Right? So you take your time before the next class. You got to make sure you're disciplined, right? You put aside a time every day that you study. Don't get distracted. Don't worry. Don't be distracted by anyone. You got to, if you want to gain something, achieve something, you got to put aside a time where you are doing it when you know you're not going to have any commitment. And then you politely, if we have our parents, and so we ask them that you're going to put aside this time, and you ask them for that time to focus on your learning. Right? So all of these here, you're going to go through them by yourself, inshallah ta'ala. Okay. Al-qira'ah wal-kitaba. So this is what's going to be added to the homework. So these here, you're going to read them, write them, and translate. You don't have to answer the question. Read them, write it, and translate. Al-qira'ah. And make sure you're writing clear. Give it space so that I can read it properly. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 4 passages. Read it, write it out, and translate it. It's best if you see each sentence, you write one sentence, translate, next sentence, translate, next sentence, translate. That's easier for me to check it like that. So 4 passages from this lesson, you read it, write it. That's going to summarize everything, inshallah, and try your best to go through all the rest. And as I mentioned, we're going to have an exam on this book. The exam most likely is going to be next Saturday, right? Let's see. What is the... So we have Saturday is the 27th. It's either going to be next Saturday or sorry, not Saturday. We don't have class. Sunday, right? The day that we have class. Regular time. Either the Sunday that we have class. Today is what? Today is Sunday. So we have this Wednesday. It's not going to be this Wednesday. It's either going to be next Sunday or next week, Wednesday, 31st. And just on the Arabiya Bayna Yadayk. Right? It's just going to be on the Arabiya Bayna Yadayk. The homework. The exam. الوحدة الثالثة عشرة. Okay. This 281. How much? This book has how many? almost to the end. We have this unit here, our Safar. And we have Al-Hajj wal-Umrah. Then we have Al-Sihha. That's how many? 3 so far? Four. Okay. And these are the footnote. Right, we're currently at what? Here you have al-ikhtibar, you have an ikhtibar here. Ikhtabir nafsak. At the end. When we finish the book, we're going to go through those exams too. So we're currently at al-hiwayat. So we have Safar, Hajj and Umrah, Sihha and Utla. Right? 4 more passages. What we can also do, this Wednesday, we just focus and we finish the book. It's going to be too much. And then we do the exam on the entire book. But you got to be studying like you're in college. All right. Let's go slowly. So we're going to continue, inshallah. So this Wednesday, if try to review, go through as much as you can. So this Wednesday, if there is any questions and so on the book, any passages forgotten or anything, we can review it, inshallah, and before the exam. And then we're going to have an exam at the end when we finish the entire book also. All right. Any questions? Go on, Abdullah. Yes. Resume with العربي القصص. Yes, so we are currently on the 22nd paragraph. The 22nd paragraph of Surah قصة يوسف. يظهر السر. يظهر السر. So when we finish the story of Yusuf, we're going to have an exam on everything that preceded. But the only thing, the sisters, we didn't do the story of Ibrahim with the sisters. So maybe we, okay, we're going to figure that out later, inshallah. يظهر السر. What is السر? Secret. يظهر, right? يظهر appear, but to understand the word more in from the Arabic, ظهر, يظهر is the present tense for ظهر. And ظهر, when something ظهر, meaning it became ظاهر. And when something is ظاهر, what's meant by something is ظاهر, meaning it's there to see or to hear. It's not hidden, right? From your back, you call it ظهر. It's always exposed, right? Your back is always exposed. ظهر. Like when it comes to the issue of wiping over your socks, you wipe what? The ظاهر, the one that's above, right? Why they call it upper part ظاهر? Because there's the one that is above, exposed, you can see it. The one that's hidden on your foot bottom, you call it the batin, right? The back of a animal, like when you say ظهر السفينة, same thing. Right, the deck of the ship, the upper deck that is open out, you call it the ظهر of the safina. So when you say يظهر السر, the word appear not going to be precise, but you understand what it meant. Meaning the secret now is known, it's open, it's exposed. ظهر يظهر السر. ولكن, so to remember the context in the last passage, what happened? The brothers returned to Ya'qub and they said that Benjamin stole, and the big brother refused to go home. Right? That's what they told. ولكن يعقوب كان بشرا في صدره قلب بشر لا قطعة حجر. ولكن يعقوب, right? But to understand this, but remember here Ya'qub, the last sentence he mentioned Ya'qub having hope in Allah that all of his children are going to come back to him. Right? He lost Yusuf, then Binyamin, then the older brother stayed back. So here it's showing that, and then he said, Asallah ayyatiyani bihim jami'a. Perhaps Allah is going to bring all of them to me all together. Bring them to me all together. So that day it's gonna show that as if Yaqub maybe he's not grieving over anyone, right? Because he has hope that everyone is gonna come back. So that's why he said walakin, but, meaning even though Yaqub he has hope and faith that everyone is gonna come back to him and Allah is gonna return them to him, but walakin, right? Walakinna means and but you translate this whole phrase to mean but, because we don't use this and like this in English. Walakinna Ya'qub, but Ya'qub, kana, was, basharan, what is bashar? A human. Fi, you can put a comma here so you don't mix up, confuse the sentence. Fi sadrihi qalbu bashar. In his chest, qalbu, heart of a human. But Ya'qub was a human in his heart, in his chest, heart of a human. Right, translating literal to get the Arabic structure. Now this part here, fi sadrihi qalbu bashar, in his chest, heart of a human, we're going to translate it appropriately to mean what? There in his chest is a heart of a human, right? Ya'qub was a human, in his chest is the heart of a human, right? Is the heart of a human, or you can say there is the heart in his chest, there is a heart of a human.
This fi, it means in.
Fi sadrihi, in his chest.
It doesn't mean any of the other
No, no. Right? In his chest, qalbu bashar, the heart of a human. Meaning he's going to be affected as a human being. La qit'atu hajar, not qit'atu, piece, right? Qit'atu hajarin, not piece of rock, not a piece of rock, right? Not a piece of rock. فذكر يوسف وتجدد حزنه وقال فذكر يوسف. So he remembered Yusuf. Here, ذكر means remember. Right? You said ذكرك means he mentioned, or it can mean he remembered. Right? فذكر يوسف. He remembered Yusuf. وتجدد means renewed. Right? جديد. From the word جديد. تجدد means renewed. حزنه. What's حزن? His grief, right? His grief. He remembered Yusuf and his grief, حزنه, his grief over Yusuf, renewed. وقال, and he said, يا أسفا على يوسف. يا أسفا على يوسف. أسفا, right? This when you say يا أسفا is an expression of sorrow. Like when you expressing your sorrow over something, ya asafa ala, whatever you're sad about, or whatever you're like if you say ya asafa ala sayyarati, like somebody, the car crash or break down, right? Ya asafa, right? They're expressing their sorrow over that thing. Ya asafa ala Yusuf is a way of expressing. For example, like in English, if your head is hurting, you say, "Oh my head." You're not calling out to your head, right? You're not asking your head to, "Oh my head, oh my foot." In Arabic, there's a similar thing. Wa ra'sa, for example, wa rijla, right? They say wa rijla. They express it like that. وَلَامَهُ أَبْنَاؤُهُ وَقَالُوا وَلَامَهُ أَبْنَاؤُهُ. Lama means blamed. Who? Him. And blamed him أَبْنَاؤُهُ, his children. Right? And blamed him, his children. Meaning, and his children blamed him. And after his sorrow for Yusuf renewed, his children blamed him. His children blamed him. وَقَالُوا, and they said, إِنَّكَ, verily you, لَا تَزَالُ تَذْكُرُ يُوسُف. What's لَا تَزَالُ? Right? It's not a negation. Remember? زَالَ يَزَالُ. مَا زَالَ or لَا يَزَالُ. مَا زَالَ لَا يَزَالُ. Is not a negation. It is this compound word shows continuation. So they said, "Innaka, verily you, la tazalu tadhkuru Yusuf," mean you continue to remember Yusuf. La tazalu tadhkuru Yusuf mean you continue to remember Yusuf. Hatta tahlik, until you tahlik, you die or you are destroyed, right? Tahlik can mean until you die or until you destroy yourself, right? Hatta tahlik, until you die or until you destroy yourself. The word halaka yahliku, right? It means self-destruction. When you say halaka something, it is destroyed. But when you say halaka a living thing, it died, right? It died. Like in surah is it in Ghafir, حتى إذا هلك قلتم لن يبعث الله من بعده رسولا, right? Referring to Yusuf, referring the people of Egypt, right? Right? Hatta idha halaka, until he died. You said, meaning when Yusuf died, You said, Mi Bani Israel said that Allah is not going to send another messenger. قال يعقوب, Yaqub said, إنما أشكو بثي وحزني إلى الله. إنما was إنما its emphasis and confinement. So when if for example, if innama is that just emphasis. If I said inna rajul tabib, inna rajula tabib means verily the man is a doctor. But when you say innama rajulu tabib, the man is nothing but a doctor. Indeed, the man is nothing but a doctor. So when you say verily the man is a doctor, you're not just confining that description upon him. You're just emphasizing it. When you say the man is nothing but a doctor, innama rajul tabib, right? Innama al-a'malu binniyat. Actions are not but except by intention. So innama ashku bathi. I'm only complaining. Ashku means I complain. Bathi is grief and agony. Huzni, grief, sorrow. Now, bathi is more severe than huzn. Your bath is more severe than huzn. So, bath is like extreme sadness and agony. I'm only complaining so where we get the meaning only from the word innama, right? Innama.
Is that maybe the same as that negation meme? That's just why it means not
No, they don't call it negation. Innama ashku bathi wa huzni ila Allah, to Allah. I'm only complaining my bath and my huzn to Allah. Wa a'lamu min Allah. Wa a'lamu, and I know from Allah ma la, what la ta'lamun, what you do not know. Right? La ta'lamun, ta'lamun, you know. La ta'lamun, you do not know. This ma here means alladhi. It's not negation. Wa a'lamu min Allah alladhi la ta'lamun. I know from Allah that which you do not know. Right? This ma here means alladhi. وكان يعقوب يعلم أن اليأس كفر وكان يعقوب له رجاء كبير في الله. وكان يعقوب يعلم, meaning Yaqub knows. كان يعلم, put that in the past continuous, right? He used to know. أن, indeed, al-ya's. What's yas? Despair. Yas is despair. وَلَا تَيْأَسُوا مِنْ رَوْحِ اللَّهِ, right? Don't despair from the ease of Allah. And a similar word is تَقْنَطُ with ta, right? In the story of Ibrahim in Surah Al-Hijr, وَنَبِّئْهُمْ عَنْ ضَيْفِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ. The story is that Hijr, right? إِذْ دَخَلُوا عَلَيْهِ قَالَ إِنَّا مِنْكُمْ وَجِلُونَ قَالُوا لَا تَوْجَلْ وَبَشَّرُوهُ بِغُلَامٍ عَلِيمٍ, right? قَالَ أَبَشَّرْتُمُونِي على أن مسني الكبر فبم تبشرون قالوا بشرناك بالحق فلا تكن من القانطين. Right? Don't be فلا تكن من القانطين. Don't be from those who lose hope, those who despair. قال ومن يقنط من رحمة ربه. Right? Who is it that lose hope in the mercy of the Lord except those who are إلا, right? Those who are astray. So there's a next word for this similar meaning. So al-qunut with ta means yes. And al-qunut with ta means dua or perseverance in worship. Right? One change like that, change the whole meaning. وكان يعقوب له رجاء كبير في الله. And Yaqub كان له, he had, right? له mean he has. The kana made it past tense. He had. For example, li bait means I have a home. Kana li bait, I had a home. Right? You remember kana put the nominal sentence into the past. كان يعقوب له رجاء. What's raja? Hope. Right? The opposite of yas. Raja is the opposite of yas. Kabirun, big. Fillah, great hope, big hope in Allah. وأرسل يعقوب أبناءه إلى مصر. And Yaqub sent his children, his sons, إلى مصر, to Egypt, ليبحثوا, for them to search, عن يوسف. ليبحثوا. li, reason, purpose, right? يبحثوا, they search, عن يوسف, for them to search for Yusuf. Remember you mentioned the word بحث يبحث, you use it with the preposition عن. English we said search for, Arabic you say يبحث عن. Right? You just note each language appropriate preposition. ويبحث ليبحثوا عن يوسف وبنيامين ويجتهدوا في ذلك, for them to search for Yusuf and Benjamin, ويجتهدوا, and for them to strive, right? في ذلك, regarding that. في ذلك, strive in doing that. ومنعهم يعقوب من أن يقنطوا من رحمة الله. Right, the word here, same as the yes. ومنعهم, and he prevented them, meaning he forbid them, min, from أن يقنطوا, from them to lose hope. Right, he prevented them from losing hope, min rahmatillah, in the mercy of Allah. Note the preposition for yaqanat is min. Right? He said, don't lose hope. In English, we said, don't lose hope from or in. Or you say both. Wherever you say in English, in Arabic, you say yaqnatu min. La taqnatu min. Don't lose hope from the mercy of Allah. وَذَهَبَ الْإِخْوَةِ, and the brothers went إِلَى مِصْرَ, to Egypt, مَرَّةً ثَالِثَةً, a third time. Right? A third time. The first time when they first went, the second time when they returned, and Yusuf, the plot was made, and the third time is this time here. وَدَخَلُوا عَلَى يُوسُفَ وَشَكَوْا إِلَيْهِ فَقْرَهُمْ وَمُصِيبَتَهُمْ وَسَأَلُوهُ الْفَضْلَ. وَدَخَلُوا عَلَى يُوسُف, and they entered upon Yusuf, وَشَكَوْا, and they complained, إِلَيْهِ, to him, فَقْرَهُمْ, their poverty, وَمُصِيبَتَهُمْ, and their calamity, وَسَأَلُوهُ, and they asked him al-fadla, the favor. Right? They asked him favor. They asked him for a favor, for his favor. Al-fadl. أفضل is وهنا هاج الحزن والحب في يوسف ولم يملك نفسه. وهنا هاج الحزن. And here, meaning at this moment when his brothers are begging him, هاج الحزن, the grief, والحب, and the love, haj. Haj means like it ignited, it raised up, it get what do you call it, stirred up, right? The love and the grief, fi Yusuf, in Yusuf, like ignited it, haj. Not for haj. No. You can use the word erupted. Fi Yusuf. Walam yamlik nafsah. And he wasn't able to yamlik. What's yamlik? Malaka yamlik. When you malaka something, you own something. Right? But here, when you say somebody lam yamlik nafsah, is like he wasn't able to control himself. Right? To hold back himself. Right? You saw something wrong. Lam amlik nafsi an amna'a. right? I wasn't able to control myself, to possess, to hold back myself from preventing it. I had to do something, right? Understand? Lam yamlik nafsah. He wasn't able to control himself. Not maybe the word control, not the ideal word, but you understand what I meant, right? He wasn't able to hold back himself and keep everything in anymore. أبناء أبي وأبناء الأنبياء يشكون فقرهم ومصيبتهم إلى ملك من الملوك. أبناء أبي, right? The children of my father. وأبناء الأنبياء, the children of the prophets, because they are the children of Yaqub ibn Ishaq ibn Ibrahim. يشكون, complaining, فقرهم, right? This sukun. فقرهم, their poverty, ومصيبتهم, and their calamity, إلى ملك, to a king, من الملوك, from the kings. إلى متى أخفي الأمر, to when أخفي, what's أخفي? Conceal, right? Hide. الأمر, the affair, عنهم, from them. وإلى متى أرى حالهم, and to when أرى, I will see their state, meaning until when I'm going to hide everything, until when I'm going to see them in this state. وإلى متى لا أرى أبي, and until when I will not see my father. لم يملك يوسف نفسه وقال لهم. Yusuf didn't, same thing, right? He didn't, wasn't able to hold his composure. That is not the right word, but لم يملك نفسه, and he said to them, right? Somebody have a good translation, let me know. هل علمتم ما فعلتم بيوسف وأخي. هل علمتم, do you knew, have you, هل literally علمتم mean you knew, you all knew. But هل علمتم puts in a question form, do you know? ما فعلتم, what you did, بيوسف, with Yusuf, وأخيه, and his brother, إذ أنتم جاهلون, when you were ignorant. Now why we say when you were, where is the, antum is you, right? Jahilun is ignorant, right? Jahil, ignorant. But where is the war?
Is it because id is past tense?
Right? Id is for the past. Idha is for the future. So when you were, where is the you were? Because you use id. So the nominal sentence that's after it, you attribute it to the past. إِذْ أَنْتُمْ جَاهِلُونَ, when you were ignorant. وَكَانَ الْإِخْوَةُ يَعْلَمُونَ أَنَّ هَذَا السِّرَّ لَا يَعْلَمُهُ إِلَّا يُوسُفُ وَنَحْنُ. وَكَانَ الْإِخْوَةُ, and يَعْلَمُونَ, and the brother, they all knew, right? أَنَّ هَذَا السِّرَّ, verily this secret, هَذَا السِّرَّ, you know, this secret, verily this secret. Now this is the secret. Doesn't suit the context, right? هَذَا السِّرَّ literally can mean this secret or this is the secret. But the context, they knew this secret, that verily this secret, لَا يَعْلَمُهُ, no one knows it, right? Does not know it, إِلَّا, except Yusuf, وَنَحْنُ, and us. فَعَلِمُوا أَنَّهُ يُوسُف, so they knew. أَنَّهُ, verily he is Yusuf. Subhanallah. Hal Yusufu hay. Hal Yusufu hay. Is Yusuf alive? Ama mata fil bi'r. What is ama mata fil bi'r? Right? Didn't he die in the well? Mata fil bi'r means he died in the well. Ma mata fil bi'r, he did not die in the well. For a question, didn't he die in the well? Ya salam. Ya salam literally means what? Oh, peace. But it's an expression. You just flow with the expressions of the Arab. Hal Yusufu huwa azizu Misr. Is Yusuf, he is the Aziz of Misr. Huwa alladhi ala khaza'in al-ard. He is the one who is upon the treasures of the land, meaning the storage. He is responsible for the storage of the land, this food storage. هو الذي كان يأمر لنا بالطعام. هو الذي, he is the one, كان, who was, يأمر لنا, commanding for us, meaning sending out the orders for us, بالطعام, with food, to get food, right? He is the one who was instructing the people to give us food. وما بقي عندهم شك أن الذي يكلمهم هو يوسف ابن يعقوب. بقي means remain. وما بقي عندهم شك. Shak is doubt. عندهم, with them. So ما بقي عندهم شك, there was no doubt that remained with them, right? Doubt didn't, literally it means doubt didn't remain with them. But we say no doubt remained with them. أن الذي, that verily the one, الذي يكلمهم, who is speaking to them, هو يوسف, he is Yusuf ibn Ya'qub. قالوا, they said, أئنك لأنت يوسف. Now, question, إنك, verily you, la, another emphasis, anta, you, Yusuf, right? Meaning, are you indeed, surely is Yusuf. Don't worry with the choice of word for translation. You can choose any choice. But understand the words in Arabic. Yusuf, we know who's Yusuf. Anta is you. Anta Yusuf, you are Yusuf. La, what is la for? Emphasis. La anta Yusuf, indeed you are Yusuf. Ka, you. Innaka, verily you. Emphasis again. For question. Qala, he said, Ana Yusuf, I am Yusuf, wa hadha akhi, and this is my brother. Qad manna Allahu alayna. Manna is favored. Qad tahqiq. Right? Allah has indeed favored us. Now manna is used with the preposition ala. Right? If you use man to mean favor, someone favors someone, you use ala. Manna Allahu ala Yusuf. Right? Manna nabiyyu ala Zaid. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam favored Zaid. Give him a favor. Do a good for him. Right? Yamunnuna alayka an aslamu. They're counting it as a favor upon you that they accept Islam. Qul la tamunnu alayya islamakum. Say, do not count your Islam as a favor upon me. Balillahu yamunnu alaykum. Rather, it's Allah who is favoring you. Right? No, the ala comes all the time. Yamunnu ala. So the word manna yamunnu, it's used with the preposition ala. Innahu man yattaqi wa yasbir. Indeed, he who yattaqi has taqwa wa yasbir and is patient. Fa inna Allah, for indeed Allah, la yudi'u, does not waste or cause to waste, ajra, the reward, al-muhsinin, ajra al-muhsinin, of the good doers. Qalu, they said, tallahi, meaning by Allah. Tallah is a form of swearing. You can swear by three. Wallah, tallah, and billah. Right? They said, tallahi, by Allah. Laqad atharaka Allahu. Laqad atharaka Allahu. Lam is for emphasis. Qad is for tahqiq. What's the meaning of tahqiq? Establishing that this thing happened, right? Is a form of emphasis when you establish that it happened. So Allah has indeed, athara means favor. But this athara is when you favor something over something else. For example, if I favor you, if I give you the other favor, fadl, or an'ama, that we translate sometimes as favor, right? And we had, or this word manna. If I say, I do these words, either fadl or man or in'am upon you with food, it means I give you food. But if I say ana أنا أوثرك, I favor you with the food, meaning I'm giving you the food instead of someone else. You understand this favor? When you say someone athara someone, it means they're favoring them over someone else with something. It's not just that they're giving them a favor or giving them a good. Like, for example, I give you a favor by helping you. Right? But if you and someone else came and I prioritize you, that's this athar. Right? وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى, the athara is the past tense. Present tense is يُؤْثِرُ. آثر يؤثر ويؤثرون على أنفسهم ولو كان بهم خصاصة. They favor over themselves, meaning they, referring to the Ansar, they favored the Muhajirin even though they themselves need it. لقد آثرك الله علينا. Allah has favored you علينا, over us, meaning He granted you the favor instead of us. وَإِن كُنَّا لَخَاطِئِينَ. This in here is an emphasis also. Kunna, we were, indeed we were. La, another emphasis. Khati'in, wrongdoers. Right? Wrongdoers. Wama lamahum Yusuf. Yusuf didn't. Lamahum didn't blame them. Ala fa'latihim, and upon their act. Fa'la, this here, this ta, if you write the word separately, you're writing it with this ta marbuta, right? The wrong ta at the end of the word. So Yusuf didn't blame them upon their action, what they did. A fa'la is like a deed, an act. Bal qala, rather he said, Yaghfirullahu lakum. Allah forgives you, meaning Allah will forgive you. Wa huwa arham, and He is the most merciful. Arhamur rahimin, of those who show mercy. So that's the end of that passage. Seems to be a long one. So same thing, go through it again, contemplate, learn the vocabs, read it a lot, write down all the new words. 23, 4, 25, it's okay. 23, 24, 25. We have 3 more. About 4 more pages. Any questions? Remember the homework, inshallah, for the Arabiya bayna yadayk, and prepare for the exam, inshallah. Alright, we're going to end here. For the sisters, there's a possibility the exam might be in person, inshallah. We're going to let you know. That is it, we end here, inshallah. Subhanak Allahumma bihamdik wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.